Okay, so we want an example of how to not take the high road, but be strategic and wait for an opportunity to strike when someone has wronged you. I have got a great story that unfortunately I can't fully tell you. It involves some details that I don't know what I can actually disclose because it has to do with the financial services industry. My ex-husband was in it. So let's see. When he and I were splitting up, there were things put into the marital separation agreement, signed and notarized. But he also made me a lot of oral promises because he's a man of his word. He loved to say that. And, all of these things that I can always count on him. He's always going to help me out. He even said, like, I want you to keep me as your emergency contact. Like, it went that far. And, like, yeah, he continued to do all of his shitty stuff, but he made me all of these oral promises. And I'm a man of my word. He kept saying that. So I took him at that. And when I first left the marital home, I had actually bought a townhouse. And within 4 weeks, I realized it was a disaster of a situation, and I wanted to sell that house and get out of it. And I had asked my ex husband for some temporary help with all sorts of legal prom notes, documentation to back it up, and dates of repayment. Refused. Refused. And not only refused, I have text messages where he is rubbing my nose into it, and he said, to quote, you made your IKEA bed and now you have to sleep in it, because of course he had to point out that it was inexpensive furniture because my financial circumstances had changed. The situation was going from bad to worse, and I was begging him for help, and he kept rubbing my nose into it, kicking me when I was down. And all along while we were married, I played dumb. He never had any idea as to what I actually picked up, but I absorbed everything that he told me. So, given some details, financial details that happened throughout the marriage, and financial details that are tied to his position, I crafted a beautiful email that I knew would trigger powers that be, because all of that stuff is very heavily monitored by compliance, and it did. And I wanted to embarrass him, if we're being really honest. I knew nothing would come of it, but I wanted to embarrass him. But given his reaction and some of the measures that his firm took after that, I hugely impacted the plans that he was making for his retirement. And not only that, in his business, there's a lot of back channeling, and I ruined it for him because he had the image of being this good guy, integrity, man of my word, handshake, my word is my bond type of guy. And what was in that email showed that he wasn't, which would probably explain now why he does a run from me when he sees me.